Because for as strong as the judgments are, some of the excuses were lame and not particularly scandalous. Right? Some of the story in this plays out the same as past parables. People reject God. Eventually that rejection becomes overt opposition to God, and eventually they come under his wrath. We've seen that in the very last parable that we read about the vineyard. But there's a new twist on this story this time. When the messengers go out the second time, the king sends them out and says, remind them, everything's ready. I killed the ox and the calves. It says some of the group just blows them off, and they go to work on their farm or some business. Verse 5. But they paid no attention and went off, one to his farm and another to his business. Look, these people are not getting wasted at bars and running off with prostitutes, and that's why they won't follow Jesus. They're just doing normal stuff and can't bother with Jesus. John Calvin, in his commentary on this passage, said this. He says, by these words, Christ pronounces the Jews to have been so entirely devoted to the world and to earthly things that no man found leisure to approach to God. For the cares of this world, when we become entangled by them, are so many impediments in our way to keep us back from the kingdom of God. It is truly base and shameful that men who were created for a heavenly life should be under the influence of such brutish stupidity as to be entirely carried away after their transitory or temporary things. But this disease is universally prevalent, so that hardly one person in 100 can be found who prefers the kingdom of God to fading riches or to any other kind of advantages. Though all are not infected with the same disease, every man is led away by his desires, in consequence of which all are wandering in various directions. And he goes on with weird words that I'll paraphrase rather than quote. To just note, he says that their excuses have a fairness to them. They're asking and doing lawful things. They're busy with legitimate things, a farm, a business, right? And there's a parallel account in Luke of the similar parable, and one guy just got married. That's all good stuff. I was at a wedding yesterday. But Calvin notes God gives us earthly things to lead us to him.